In today's Frenchie Co 3-in-1 Sling backpack review, I'm gonna let you know if this bag is innovative genius, stupid gimmicky, or somewhere in between. Because it looks fantastic, oh so perfectly. It's great for its super strong connection, but I also got some cons. And if it's not the Sling for you, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video because I'm gonna give you a couple of Sling alternative recommendations that might better suit your needs. But first, let's talk about the 3-in-1. Let's talk about the gist of the Frenchie Co 3-in-1 Sling backpack. Frenchie Co is actually a company that started in Colombia, and they started making really cool wallets. In fact, our media manager, Margaret, it's like one of her favorite wallets. Right, Margaret? You still use that wallet? Yeah. See, there you go. It's the best, there you go. And then Frenchie's like, yo, we make great wallets, we can make great bags as well. They got some really cool, futuristic, like techy looking bags, but this 3-in-1 is easily their biggest attempt at innovation yet. Some of its top features are high quality fidlock buckle, beautiful materials including high quality leather accents, a couple of ways to access the main compartment, but most notably of all is that it's a small sling that can unbuckle into a medium larger sling that can then unbuckle into a backpack, sort of. Currently, the 3-in-1 Sling backpack comes in a few different color options. Frenchie says this bag weighs anywhere from 0.8 to 1.1 pound, depending on which version you get, because different versions use different materials. Some use more leather. You can see this version's just under a pound. Frenchie Co bags come protected by a 10-year warranty against manufacturing defects. And for all that, this 3-in-1 Sling bag combo runs around 120 to 200 USD, depending on which version you get. And if at any point in this review you're like, dude, 120 divided by 3, that's like $40 per bag, that's a deal. And you're gonna make a purchase. We do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team, so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. All right, now let's kind of get into some more details about the overall gist of this bag. Now let's talk about materials. You can see my version right here. I did it backwards. You can see my version right here. Let's do it the right way now, Aaron. Is the ballistic nylon / leather version. Now I love me some ballistic nylon because it's super smooth and sexy while still being very durable and weather resistant. But like I said, the Sling comes in different materials and price points. Some have carbon fiber, some have a crap ton of leather. But I've always thought that the combo of ballistic nylon and something shiny like leather just goes together oh so perfectly. And no matter if you're in small sling mode, bigger sling mode, or backpack mode, it only has one strap. This strap uses a very nice, silky smooth nylon webbing and a very popular V-buckle from Duraflex. This guy has been used on so many bags and slings. It's great for its super strong connection and its super sort of satisfying release mechanism. This right here, always a joy to use, but it does add a bit of extra weight and bulk and, I don't know, like extra-ness to the user experience that may not be for everyone. And then to adjust the strap size, you got these buckles right here, which make it easy to tighten or to loosen. All right, now let's get into the meat and potatoes of like this thing, which is like this whole 3-in-1. I'm gonna freestyle real fast. I'm freestyling this whole freaking review, but I wanna say that after testing this thing out, I commend Frenchie Co for innovating. But what you have to understand is that when any single product tries to be multiple products, AKA a small sling, a medium sling, and a backpack. So it's one thing trying to be 3 things. That's gonna come with severe compromises. And what that means is that this bag will never be the best small sling, the best medium sling, or the best backpack. Because to be able to be all 3 things, it has to make sacrifices. For instance, you can see right here, this is the Bellroy Venture Ready Sling 2.5 liter. And in my opinion, it's one of the best small slings in the world because it just focuses so relentlessly on being the best small sling in the world. But this thing can't expand to a medium-sized sling, nor can it turn into a backpack, right? So it's just a very important caveat to keep in mind with very technical, innovative, hybrid products such as this. Let me show you what I mean. So when you're in small sling mode, it's actually my favorite of all the different variations of this bag because it looks fantastic and it still works really well. As you can see, you have one pocket on this side, another pocket on the back. Both of these pockets are protected with PU coated zippers. You see that little lining right there? It helps with weather protection, but it should be noted they are not YKK, which is a little interesting at this price point. And both pockets have the exact same design. Both have like a dark gray lining. It's like a nice neutral sort of gray because it's not too light as to where it gets dirty too fast, but it's not too dark as to where it still helps to create a highlight effect sort of. And then each pocket has a divider for a little bit extra organization. Let's do a quick pack out. Because a sling this small, it's just kind of like a pocket reliever, right? So you can just throw your AirPods in there, wallet, notebook, keys, battery, and I think we can fit my phone in there as well. Oh yeah, easy peasy. So as a small sling, I think it gets the job done pretty well. But notice already when we're in small sling mode, we have like this rolled up newspaper effect. I just want to get on my bike and just like be like, read all about it. Just like, you know. But that's what's required to make this work, right? And when I was wearing it, I found it very comfortable. I thought it was gonna be a little too thick and bulky, but it worked. But notice that with this space here, right, it's not actually one compartment, it's two different compartments. So you're actually losing a bit of potential volume. So if you wanna fit like a bulkier thing in there, where it might fit in a different small sling, it'll be less likely to fit in this sling. Now, you're like, oh, I need a bit more space. Medium sling mode, initiate. And actually, now that I really think about it, this might be the best mode of them all. You've got less of that rolled up newspaper look, right? It's not like triple rolled, it's just double rolled. It still looks real fresh and clean. We've still got the same two pockets, but now because we've unrolled it, we've doubled the capacity. And it really opens up a lot bigger now, as to where you could fit bigger, bulkier items. Like a big old hard drive in the back and a luxurious small umbrella from 7-Eleven. You see, so it definitely works. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, I think that what they did with small sling to medium sling is great. Like, tip of the frickin' hat. Neither is gonna be perfect because of the compromises you have to make with hybrid products, but it's just really cool the way that it worked out. But I gotta say, I'm less enthused by backpack mode. And real fast, I also gotta say, like, if you're listening to this and you're like, whoa, dude, this dude's a freaking backpack nerd and I am loving every second of this content. Well, then I hate to break it to you, but you may have a bag problem. But I got good news. You aren't alone. There's like a whole bag revolution happening in this world right now with innovative brands like Frenchie Co leading the way. And me as like a really big bag nerd, I actually have not just this channel, but I also run the Nomads Nation newsletter, which is like your sort of breaking news for what's happening in the bag world. So if you wanna know what the new drops are, what the most innovative companies are, where the limited edition bags are, you definitely wanna check out the Nomads Nation newsletter in the description below. Just look for this globe emoji. Be sure to sign up now. I send out a few emails a month and I hope to see you in your inbox. Okay, let's talk about backpack mode. To go from medium sling mode to backpack mode, we just got this one last buckle right here. But then we gotta do a couple of things. We have to undo, completely loosen the nylon webbing for the strap. And then you can see that voila, it has then evolved into a backpack, kind of. So let me just show you how this works then. Now the fidlock buckle is at the top and the nylon webbing becomes the shoulder straps. And the 2 different compartments that allowed you to get access to the sling now become the top and the bottom of the backpack. So you can see some potential issues that might come up from this. One is that now everything has gone to the bottom of the bag, right? Because this was normally like this, and then it's like this. You can see inside there, it's just sort of a top loader now, and everything has just fallen. And these 2 dividers has now actually just become 1 divider. You can see it divides the bag, giving you a bit of organization. And I got half my stuff on one side of the divider and half on the other because it's the 2 different sling parts basically, and they just sort of fall, and then, you know, that happens. You've only got this top zipper for access. And I guess if you put the bag on the ground, you can also use the bottom zipper to access things, but you know, you can see what's going on there, right? And I will say, because of the fidlock buckle at the top sort of being where your neck is, and just like the weirdness of the shoulder strap situation, it's just not a great backpack experience. But hear me out. I definitely don't think you should buy this bag if you're looking for a great backpack. Like don't do that. But if you like the idea of having a smaller sling that can expand to a larger sling, kind of going back and forth between those and looking pretty good the entire time, and then just having backpack mode when like a desperate situation hits, like not something that you're gonna be doing on the regular, but something like, yo, I'm in sling mode 99% of the time, but yo, there's that one day where it's like I had this extra thing to carry, I didn't want to put it in my hand, so I just went into backpack mode and then I could put it in there. Like, that's the good thing about this. It does give you this insurance policy almost that no other sling does, that you can go into backpack mode. So if that's what you're looking for from this sling, is like a sling 98% of the time and a backpack like 2% of the time when you need it, you have my approval. That's fine. That's what this guy is good for. But I don't believe this is a backpack first by any means. Oh, I did miss one thing though. Now that we're in backpack mode, we have access to this other top zipper right here, which is in the back compartment. And there is a couple pockets inside for a little bit of quick access. And you know, kind of a bit of organization. All right, let's wrap this up by talking about the overall pros and the overall cons of the Frenchie Co 3-in-1 backpack sling. Overall pro number 1 is a clean look, whether you're in small sling mode or medium sling mode. Pro number 2 is gonna be the super high quality materials and fabrics. And pro number 3, like, you know, in a super worst case scenario, if you needed to go into backpack mode, like, it can do that. But I also got some cons, here they are. Con number 1 is just an overall complicated user experience. Con number 2 is just sort of that transition into backpack mode, where all of your stuff just sort of falls to the bottom. And for me, con number 3 is it's just not great in backpack mode. But if you're still here and you're thinking to yourself, but dude, you know, I actually like that it's a sling that I can have that backpack mode for those worst case scenarios, which I totally get. I think that's actually a good use case for it. And you're gonna make a purchase, just a reminder that we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Thank you very much. But if you're not quite sold, I got a few alternative slings that might be a bit more up your alley. Alternative sling number 1 is gonna be this guy right here, the Skyborn Slinger. Great pick for you if you're really drawn to Frenchie Co's super high quality, premium look and feel. The Skyborn Slinger is one of the more high quality, premium look and feel slings that I've ever reviewed. It's got a very luxurious aesthetic. And to learn more about it, check the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. Alternative recommendation number 2 is the Alpaca Go Sling Mini. Great pick for you if you're looking to save a little bit more on the cost of the sling and you just want something that looks clean, is a bit simpler of a user experience, but still has super premium materials. Alpaca makes killer slings, and to learn more about this one, take a look at the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. And alternative sling recommendation number 3 is this guy right here, the Bellroy Venture Ready Sling 2.5 liter, which in my opinion is a good pick for you if you're just looking for a nice small sling, because this is like one of the best small slings I've ever reviewed. It's amazing. And to learn why, just go ahead and watch this video right here. If you got any questions about the Frenchie Co sling or the Bellroy sling or any slings, let me know in the comments below. My name is Aaron. This is Nomad's Nation. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.